Hello, Maru. Good evening. How are you today?
I'm fine, sir. What about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for asking. So, today we have to talk about symbolism. We have to learn a new topic, and the topic is symbolism. What is the name of the topic?
Symbolism.
Yes, we have to discuss symbolism, but through the light of a short story, which is written by Virginia Driving Hook Sneve. And the name of the short story is The Medicine Bag. What is the name of the short story, Marul?
The medicine bag.
Exactly. So before we go ahead, first of all, we have to go for the pre-reading test because it's a reading test. So we have to cover pre-reading tests, during reading tests, and post-reading tests. So in the pre-reading tests, we'll cover the lesson objectives and the activation of prior knowledge. While in the during reading tasks, what we'll cover is the concept development and skill development related to this particular topic. And in the post reading tasks, we'll try to relate the learning of the story, the lesson, and the theme of the story to our practical life, and we'll talk about the relevance and the benefits of learning this short story. Okay, so let's get started with the pre-reading tasks. So first of all, I would like to talk about the lesson objectives. What are the lesson objectives? The first objective is analyze the story. We have to analyze the story. What story? The medicine bag. By whom? By Virginia Driving Hook's name. So what we have to do is we have to analyze this short story. So what is the second learning objective, Marul? Could you please read that for me?
Yes, sir. Identify character development, key vocabulary, signpost, and the thematic elements.
Perfect. Exactly. So the second learning objective is we have to identify the character development throughout the story, where we'll cover some key vocabulary and signposts and thematic elements. And the last learning objective is demonstrate understanding through discussion, guided questions, and a short writing activity. Could you please tell me the last learning objective in your own words, Marulu? What does it
Uh,
mean? What does it say?
yes, sir. We do discussions and guided from questions and short writing activity uh, uh, of over this short story.
Perfect. So we'll talk about the discussion question. We'll talk about the guided question. We'll try to comprehend the short story through some particular questions. We won't go and read each and every word in the whole short story. We'll try to understand the questions, and then we'll locate the answers in the text for those questions. And through those questions, what we'll do is we will try to understand the whole story, and then we'll go for a short writing activity as well at the end. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, in the pre-reading task, we also have to talk about the activation of prior knowledge. It's a very important component. Before we learn something new, we recall something related to that particular thing. So here, I'll try to activate your prior knowledge related to this short story so that you can relate it. Okay, so today we're exploring the medicine bag, and that's a powerful short story, and it teaches us many things. What's it actually about? What does it teach? What does it teach us? It teaches us about family, tradition, and empathy. What does it teaches us? What does it teach us about Marvel? Could you please tell me
Sir,
what this short story is about?
yes, sir. It is us about family, tradition, and empathy.
Very good. Do you understand the word empathy? Have you ever heard of this word before? What does it
Uh,
mean?
Empathy. Uh, Sorry, sir. Could you please explain?
Okay. Yes, why not? Of course. Empathy is when you share the same feelings with others. For example, Merle, if you're feeling sad, well, in the same way, I also feel sad for you. Okay, so what am I doing here? I empathize with you. Okay, so I
Yes, sir.
am sharing your feelings. That's what we call empathy. Okay, so now let me ask you the question first related to the activation of real knowledge. Have you ever felt embarrassed by a family member or a tradition even though you love them?
Yes, sir. Uh, I have felt embarrassed by one of my relative. I love him so much, but I feel terrible to see him often.
Okay, fantastic. So you do have an experience like this. Perfect. Okay, let's talk about the second question right now. What do you think a medicine bag is used for in a Saudi Arabian tradition? What do you
Uh,
think it's used for?
Sir, I think it's used for carrying medicine.
Okay, because it's a medicine bag. So what does it carry? It must
Uh,
have some medicines, right?
yes, sir.
So it's a medicine bag full of some traditional things, full of some traditional medicines, maybe, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Let's move ahead and discuss the during reading tasks right now. So during task activities, first of all, we'll try to develop our concept and then we'll try to develop our skill related to this particular activity. Okay, so we have got the first activity here, and the first activity is comprehension questions. What is the first activity, Marvel?
Comprehension questions, sir.
Yeah, so we've got the first question here. Why were Martin and Cheryl always excited to visit their grandfather? What do you understand by this question, Merle? What does this question ask for? What does it say?
Sir, it's about the Martin and Shirley visit their grandfather.
Fantastic. So now you have to locate the answer of this question through the text. But before you start reading the text, I hope you're familiar with the reading strategies. Well, there are some important reading strategies, such as scanning or skimming. Have you ever heard of these reading strategies before?
Yes, sir.
What is a scanning strategy?
Sir, we have to scan the text and found out the answers from the text.
Yes, we try to locate the specific information. When we try to locate an answer, when we look for specific information, that's what we call scanning. And what is skimming?
Uh, Sir, could you please elaborate it?
Yes, please, skimming. When you only want to get an overall idea of the whole text, when you don't want to read each and every word throughout the story. So that's what we do, skimming. You just read the title, the headings in the story, and then you try to develop your concept,
Okay,
and then
sir.
you try to get an overall idea related to the text. Okay, so here
Yeah.
you have to use these two strategies in order to answer these questions. So could you please locate the answer, scan the answer for this first question? I want you to go to the first paragraph and answer the first question, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, in the first paragraph,
Yes.
We found the answer of this question. Maybe,
Mhm.
uh,
Where?
maybe we, yes, sir, from the text, I'm quoting the
Maybe.
lines. Maybe we
Okay.
exaggerated and made grandpa.
Okay. Mhm.
Yes.
Keep
Uh,
reading it.
maybe
Maybe we
we,
exaggerated and made Grandpa and the reservation sound glamorous.
yes.
But when we returned home to Iowa after our yearly summer visit to Grandpa, we always had some exciting tale to tell. After
Yes.
visiting Grandpa, some exciting tale to tell. What does it
Yes.
mean? Huh? So how would you answer the question?
Uh, so they were excited because they liked sheer stories and authentic gifts they received, which impressed their friends.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So, Martin and Cheryl were always excited to visit their grandfather. Why? Because the trips were full of cultural adventure and they enjoyed telling their friends exaggerated stories about their Souk's heritage. And these stories made their grandfather seem exciting and impressive, right? So that is
Yeah.
actually the first answer of the first question. So now let's move to the second question. What is the second question, Marol? Could you please read the second question for me?
Yes. Why was Martin embarrassed by his friend grandfather?
Yes, what's the reason? You have to locate a reason now. You have to look for the reason why Martin was embarrassed by his grandfather. So let's get back to the desk right now. Yes. So where do you
So,
think you can locate the answer?
so in third paragraph,
In the
second
third
last line.
paragraph, in the second
Yes.
last line, where?
Yes.
Okay, so could you
So
please
when
start
grandpa,
reading? Hmm?
yes, sir. So when grandpa came to visit us, I was too ashamed and embarrassed I could have died.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So, what does it mean? Why
Uh,
was he ashamed and embarrassed?
yes, sir. Martin was ashamed because grandpa looked old and worn, not like the TV uh, Indian image, and he thought his friends would laugh.
Okay, perfect. I completely got it. So Martin felt embarrassed when Grandpa arrived unexpectedly because his appearance didn't match the glamorous image Martin had given his friends. He looked old, worn out, and out of place in their suburban neighborhood. Right? So he was not like the TV star, the way he exaggerated his grandpa to his friends. So he was not like that. And that's why he was embarrassed by his grandfather. Okay, let's move to the next question. The next question is the third question. Could you please read the third question for me, Maru? Why did Grandpa
Make the long journey to visit his family.
Yes, why did he visit his family? What's the reason of his visiting his family? Why did he make that long journey? I want you to answer this question by scanning the text. Could you please locate the answer for this question for me?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, at page number 3, on paragraph number 5.
H3. Okay. Page 3, paragraph 5.
Yes, sir.
Here. I okay, are you talking about this paragraph?
No, sir. Page
Okay,
number
which one?
3, paragraph number 5. Uh,
Okay, so could you please okay, okay, just read the paragraph for me, please.
yes, sir. Soon after our visit to him, Grandpa decided that uh,
Hmm.
he would like to see where his only living descendants lived and what our home was like. Beside, he admitted
Hmm.
sheepishly, he was lonesome after we left.
Exactly. Fantastic. So here in the third question, the reason why he visited his family is very clear, right? Grandpa made the long journey because he believed it was the right time to pass the medicine bag to Martin, the oldest male descendant. He also admitted to being lonely after the summer visit. So he was alone, he was missing the family, and he also had to transfer his medicine bag, his traditional medicine bag, to his descendant, his grandson Martin, right? So that's the main reason why he visited his family. So now I want you to read the fourth question for me, please.
Yes, sir. Fourth question. Explain why Martin did not want to wear the medicine bag. Would you feel the same way?
Yes, first of all, I want you to look at this answer in the text and answer it. And then you have to tell me, would you feel the same way? Yes, so could you please tell me the text?
Yes,
If
sir.
oh, you
At
found it. Fantastic.
sir,
Where?
at page number 4, paragraph number
Okay.
8.
Okay. Good. So, okay, I just want you to start reading the paragraph, please.
I could never wear such a thing. I almost said aloud. I thought of having my friend see it in gym class at the swimming pool and could imagine the smart things they would say.
Yes, you were right. So I could never wear such a thing. You have found the exact answer perfectly. So, what is the reason? What is the answer of this question? Why didn't Martin want to wear the medicine bag? Martin didn't want to wear the medicine bag at first because he was worried about his friends, because he thought his friends would mock him for it. His friends would
Yeah.
make fun of him. That's why he didn't want to wear the medicine bag. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Okay, what is the next question?
Next question.
Is question fifth. Describe the reactions of Martin's friends when they met grandfather. Explain how their reaction was or was not, what Martin thought it would be. So now you have to apply the scanning and scheming strategy once again, and you have to look for this answer.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have found from the text at page number 5, paragraph number 10.
Okay, so please start reading the paragraph and answer the question.
Yes, sir. In the text, we see Martin's, he's really great.
Okay. He's really
And
great. So what
yes,
does
sir.
it mean? His friends
Uh,
are appreciating grandpa,
yes,
right?
sir. They were
They're
respectful.
happy with grandpa.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay,
They
so
were respectful, amazed, and called Grandpa really great. This was different from
hmm,
Martin's fear that they would laugh.
exactly. Good job. Good. Look, Martin, what did he think of his friends, right? Martin thought his friends would laugh at Grandpa, but they were respectful and impressed, right? As one of his friends even said, Martin is really great, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's try to answer the sixth question right now. Explain the importance of the items inside of the medicine bag to Martin's family. So you have to look at the answer for this question, the importance of the item inside the medicine's bag. So could you please look for the answer of this question and tell me?
Yes, sir. Uh, Sir, at page number 7, paragraph number 6.
Okay. So, could you please read the paragraph for me? Where is it?
Uh, in the bag, he said,
Hmm.
as he opened it and removed two
Hmm.
objects. Is the broken shell
Okay.
of the iron kettle,
Okay.
a pebble from the butt, and a piece of the
Hmm.
sacred sage.
Okay. And a piece of the sacred sage. He held the pouch upside down and dust drifted down. Okay. Fantastic. So, what does it say? The items in
Uh,
the medicine bag? Hmm.
Sir, the items symbolize their heritage. Uh,
Hmm.
the iron represents the vision quest, the
Very
pebble,
good.
the sacred place, and the sage, spiritual renewal.
Fantastic. So if we look and discuss the items in the medicine bag, here they are like the broken shell of an iron kettle and a bubble from the Buddha and a sacred sage, right? And a sacred sage were sacred and symbolic to Martin's family because of the tradition. It was a sacred thing to them. Okay, let's move to the seventh question right now. Could you please read the seventh question for me? Explain how Martin.
Failed to show empathy in this story.
Fantastic. So there's a scene where we can see how Martin fails to show sympathy. Could you please look at that scene for me? Could you please answer this question by scanning the text?
Yes,
Hmm.
in the text, at page number 1, paragraph number 7.
Okay, page one, paragraph seven. Okay, okay, please start reading the paragraph.
Yes,
Mhm.
I felt cold and hot at the same time. I
Hmm.
recognized the man. Oh no, I whispered. It's Grandpa.
Okay, so he was
Sir, he was
afraid.
embarrassed.
He was
Yes,
embarrassed. He was scared. He was not happy by seeing his grandpa,
yes,
right? So Martin failed to show empathy at first because he was more worried about his reputation than about grandpa's feelings.
yes,
Hmm? For example, when he saw grandpa in the street, and then he said, huh? I felt cold and hot at the same time as I recognized the man. Oh no, I whispered, it's Grandpa, right?
yes.
Okay, now let's move to the last question. And what is the last question? What are some traditions that your family has that might seem strange to someone of another culture? So could you please tell me about some traditions that your family has that you think it might be strange to someone of another culture, Marvel?
Sir, could you please repeat the question?
Yes, I want you to tell me some traditions, some practices in your culture that are very strange for other culture people, right?
Yes.
So could you please tell me any tradition in your family that is
Uh,
very strange?
Sir, it's looking strange that my grandpa wears a turban over his head.
Okay, okay. So you feel embarrassed by that turban?
It's looking strange as compared to
Okay,
the other cultures.
okay, so it seems strange to someone of another culture while your
Yeah.
grandpa is wearing a turban over his head